Hey everyone, this week we're talking about romance, travel, and children. Live from the Bob Varley studio in Orlando, Florida, you're watching The Trip. This is The Trip, episode 3 for the week of February 11th, 2015. The Trip is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect vacation, whether it be theme parks on the West Coast, East Coast, or overseas. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hi everyone, this is The Trip, a show about a little something we all love called vacation. I'm Jenny Lynn.
And I'm Teresa Eccles, and standing in the nook today is our producer, Dustin West.
Yeah, I'm here.
No chair for you today.
No, I need to be able to walk around if I have to.
We're going to keep you moving.
Okay.
Okay, cool, awesome.
All right, so today we are talking about romance, travel, kids, and combining them all together.
Whoa,
Yeah.
you didn't tell me that. We're gonna...
Imagine that.
Okay,
It's
we
an
have an issue there. Okay.
We do have an issue.
Okay.
But I was actually going to talk about another one first. The issue. Okay. So, do you know anything about Harry Potter and the whole movies and all of that?
Oh, excuse me. I just know that we have all the books in our house. We have all the movies in our house. And sometimes when I walk to the living room, someone's reading one of them or watching one of them. I know Harry Potter has round glasses.
But you yourself haven't entered the whole world.
Oh, I've
of-
seen it all
Okay,
over
you
there.
have. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm alone in this, but this last week at Universal Studios, they had the celebration of Harry Potter, which we were there for the Diz Universal show.
Mm-hmm.
And so I watched all of the Harry Potter films for the first time, a little late to the game. And I got so involved in the story. And one of the things I found out is, okay, so you know how they have the houses in
Yes.
Harry Potter?
Uh-huh. I know that, yeah.
Well, I had to figure out which one that I belong to. You have to be sorted. Have you been sorted into a house?
No.
We need to sort you. This is important in life, is what I've
Is this
found
like
out.
a quiz we take?
I am going to give you a quiz
Oh,
so that we
boy.
can sort you to find out what house you're in.
Good
So I
Lord,
did
sweet baby
mine.
Jesus. I don't want to do this. Can we move on to the next stuff?
No, it's really
Because
important.
it's scary. Okay.
See, what happens is you start
Sort
to,
me.
you get sorted into a house, and then all of a sudden you just it's very exciting. You feel like, oh, I have people, and then like you want to buy clothing that identifies you with your house. And all my children took these tests. We had
Is this
them
for
sorted.
real?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Is there a sarcastic evil house? Or how do I get
Okay,
to,
so
I don't get
there's-
to pick my house?
There's now I'm forgetting them. Hufflepuff, Slytherin. Slytherin are the bad guys. Then there's Gryffindor, who's kind of the heroes, and then there's Ravenclaw. I was sorted into Ravenclaw, and so all of a sudden I now have this like compulsion. I want Ravenclaw scarves and hats and T-shirts.
I like
and,
Ravenclaw as well, but that's just because they're blue.
Blue's a good
Oh,
color.
I'm
I'm not
going for the
particularly
color.
I'm not particularly book smart.
You don't get sorted by color. You get sorted by personality, according to the movies.
God. Okay, sort me. Where do I go?
Okay, let's find out.
This is going to be so wrong.
All right. You are given a test at school that has questions that the teacher hasn't covered yet. In the middle of the test, you notice that your friend next to you has a cheat sheet. The teacher doesn't notice. Do you ask to share the cheat sheet?
Oh, wait. Where are the choice? Okay, go on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready for my answer. I already know what I'm going to do.
Okay. Do you ask to share the cheat sheet? Do you think good for them? They beat the system? Do you confront them after the test and try to convince them not to cheat anymore? Or do you confront them after the test and force them to tell the teacher that they cheated, or you're going to tell them? Or do you inform the teacher right in the middle of class that they are cheating?
Yeah, baby. It's that one.
You're going to tell on
Oh,
them?
yeah.
She's the tattletale. Okay. While
Oh,
walking...
does that label me as a okay, keep going.
Number 2, while walking down the street, you see a wallet on the side of the road. It has an amount of money in it, but no identification of
How
any
much
kind.
money?
I don't know.
okay.
Let's go with
Go
a
ahead.
lot. There's a lot.
Okay.
There's nobody in sight. Do you leave it there because somebody's probably looking for it? Do you pocket the money because you don't know who it belongs to, so finders keepers? Do you take it to the police in case anyone ever reports it? Or do you take the wallet and go around the area asking if they've lost their wallet recently?
This happened to me when I was a small child,
Okay.
and I took it to the authorities.
You went to the police.
I did. Who
Wow.
also owned our little grocery store in town. Okay.
Okay.
I was honest there, so okay, go ahead.
So
This is
far, we're
not
doing
right.
good. All right, number 3. Someone has played a prank on you, which involves your public embarrassment, and everyone begins laughing at you.
Oh, this is going to make me cry.
However,
Okay, go ahead.
you doubt that they meant any harm by it. Do you laugh along with the crowd because you love a good joke, even if it's at your expense? Are you on the outside laughing because you don't want anyone to know that they really hurt your
Oh
feelings?
my God, you're going to make me cry. Go ahead.
by making you look stupid in front of everyone? Do you get upset and run away from the crowd?
Oh, I can't run, so that
Do
wouldn't
you
be it.
think
Okay.
that jerk you get mad right away and then you tell them to their face, or do you pretend that all is well and but
is
you're not going to
hurtful.
forget this? You're not going to forget this. You think all is fine, but you're not going to forget it. They're going to pay for what they did because they're terrible people.
Where's the get even?
Get even?
Pissed me off. Okay. Now I'm going to get even. Okay. Dustin did this to me right before. He hurt my feelings right before the show.
I'm sorry if I hurt your
No,
feelings.
you didn't. You're okay.
Good.
I'm going to get even, though.
So you're
I-
going to pretend that all is well, but you're not going to
No,
forget
I would
this?
laugh along.
Okay.
And then I'd turn around and do something evil to them. Is that on there?
Okay, so on the
What's
outside
the closest?
on the outside you're laughing, but they hurt your feelings.
On the inside,
On the
I'm
inside,
plotting
they have-
revenge.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
that on
I
there?
think that's the best one.
Okay.
All right, number 4.
Are there a lot more?
There's just 12. 4.
12 more?
Should we just go?
I don't think we should do all of them.
All right, well then I'll make a judgment call and we'll sort you after this next one. You have arrived late to work because you had a flat tire. You've been on time every other day for the past month.
Yeah.
Yet your boss yells at you about it in front of all of your coworkers.
He wouldn't do that.
Do you endure his yelling? Do you let him yell because it doesn't matter anyway, you're not listening? Do you explain to him that accidents happen and that you don't feel the need to be yelled at because of it? Or do you yell right back at him? Or do you allow him to yell all he wants because you're just going to let the air out of his tires someday anyway?
Is it John or is it Pete?
Well, this actually happened to you not that long
I
ago.
did. It
And
did.
John came and picked you up.
And John came and picked me up. So
But this boss is yelling at you.
crap happens. I tell him crap happens. Which one's that
So
one?
you explain it to
Yeah, I
him that
explain
the
it, yeah.
accidents
Yeah.
happen and then you don't feel like you need to be yelled at.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, just make a call. I'm probably
All
going to
right,
be
we
the...
only answered 4 questions, so this one's a little bit of a tough one. I think,
What?
I'm going to go with Hufflepuff, but I think I have that wrong. Because your answers are, you're like, really...
What are the Hufflepuff people? Are they nice?
They're the nicest ones.
Okay, that's where I'm at then.
Yeah. No, I would have said Hufflepuff to
I'm a
begin with.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
Well, what do you think?
But that wouldn't have been my impression.
Oh my gosh.
But you surprised me with a few things.
Which what? You think I'd steal the money or what?
Well, not only did you do what was right with the money, but you actually took the effort to go to the police about it. Like, that's kind of a big deal, I think. And then informing the teacher that there's cheating going on. That's just
But if it's me cheating, then it's... Well, I don't do that, though, so okay.
all right.
So
well,
I'm a
anyway,
Hufflepuff.
for now, you're a Hufflepuff. No, Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
We're going with that for now. We'll get it double checked later on. But see, now we can identify ourselves, and
What's my color?
Yellow.
you're yellow,
Ooh,
and your mascot is a badger. It becomes a thing.
Oh.
So you know what else happened? I had my kids tested, and
Had them tested. So sad.
two of them were Ravenclaw, which was really exciting for me because they were in my house. And then there was Ellie, the little one.
I knew it.
She's my Spitfire, and she took the test, and she was deemed Hufflepuff.
So she's with me?
The rest of us said, no, this is not correct. We just thought this is not right. And it's terrible, but I think that the reason why it's not correct is because she's actually Slytherin. And she lied on all of the answers to the test. That's what I think. It's caused...
This is possibly the stupidest thing ever.
It's an issue. It is an issue. We spent like a whole day in our house having like
Wow.
a conversation about whether she was really
Girl, you need to
Hufflepuff
get
or
out
not.
more. Okay, I'm not going with the Hufflepuff because I'm not yellow or whatever it was.
Yellow, you're yellow with the badger.
The badger. Is there not a cat one?
No. Unless you count Gryffindor, which
Who's
is a
the old
lie.
woman that turned into a cat?
That's Professor
Mrs.
McGonagall.
McGonagall.
And she's
where-
a Gryffindor.
Okay.
Maybe you're
Okay.
Gryffindor. We'll check it out. But
Yeah,
anyway,
check it out.
We'll
that's
take
been
it
my
later.
issue. This
I'll study
this,
and we'll take it later.
obsession now with what house I'm in, and it's kind of taken over for a little while.
Okay.
And you're not into it at all. We're not relating on this.
No,
Maybe
I mean,
then
it's-
we should get into some trip talk instead.
Okay.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Hey, that's your name.
identify me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having more technical issues.
Because he's stand up.
Because it always happens on this show. Please continue.
Oh, okay. Trip talk. All right. So first off, we wanted to discuss romantic destinations because, after all, this week is Valentine's Day. So the idea is romance.
Romance.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about our dream destination.
Yeah, we thought we would share our ideas with you about where we would want to go. The first one would be the dream getaway, and then the other one would be more of the more practical,
The local.
local thing that we could do. So for me, my dream getaway, I have two of them actually, and it's been
Is
the
the same man
for years.
involved? Oh, it's all okay.
I have no
Whoever
man.
the man be. Okay.
We're just dreaming at this point. There's no man. So first it would be Venice. Have you ever seen the movie Only You with Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I own that movie. I could watch it like a million times.
And that's why you would go to Venice?
No, the first time I saw it, though, seeing the film, that is what made me want to go. All the boats on the, the gondolas and
Right. It
you
is
know,
romantic.
Little
it
cars
seems
going
like it
on
would
roundabouts,
be. Right.
and everyone's just it's food, it's relaxation,
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's something. When you step foot in Venice, it's like stepping foot into either one of two things: a movie that you've seen a million times, or a painting. It's really incredible. Like you said, the waterways are absolutely gorgeous, but it's the only way to get around. So there is that. But you walk everywhere in downtown Venice, and it's everything you think about Venice in the movies that you can possibly imagine
Is real.
It's real.
I have to go. I have to go.
Okay.
I need
So that's your romantic. Huh?
Yeah, I just got to
That'd be cool.
find somebody to go with me.
Maybe
to be
you meet
romantic
somebody
with.
there. That was always like a romance novel thing where you go somewhere and you.
Oh,
you
like
meet
in
eye
Sisterhood of the
contact.
Traveling Pants.
I'm so about this idea right now.
Yeah.
Well, so my
And you'll meet your guy there.
okay, fingers crossed. Okay.
Okay.
Second dream getaway for me would be Paris for a couple reasons. I'm French. I don't speak French, but I am French. And so the idea of going to Paris has always seemed very romantic to me. Plus, they have Disneyland Paris there, and I'm a big Disney fan. So, yeah. And then they wear those cute little hats.
Or little berets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. So
It's
I
that
want to
little
go
mystery,
there
yeah.
and be among,
Any guy can look better in a beret. Right?
yeah, I just want to go there and wear a hat.
Paris is absolutely beautiful.
Do tell.
But I will say that I feel like Venice is more romantic in that sense. Venice is more beautiful than Paris, but Paris, unlike Venice, it's not what I expected, but it still has its own beauty. Paris reminds me of Washington D.C.
Political?
No, not political. In terms of like these low buildings, there's not a lot of high rises or anything like that. It's a very fortified city. It's short and sturdy,
Right.
and but the people there, I feel like, are more romantic than the people in Venice. I'm sorry, Italians, but the Parisians, have a different charm to them.
So basically, you're saying Venice has more romance atmospheric wise, and Paris has more romance people wise. So
Get a
maybe-
Frenchman and go to
Go
Venice.
to Venice. That's
There
the
you go. That's
solution.
your deal. There's your perfect.
Well, what is your dream destination?
Okay.
Romance.
Okay, I've been with this is my 29th Valentine's Day with Kelvin. shockingly 29 years. And we were talking about this last night. What's yours? Oh, I was doing that. He was looking at me like I was insane. And to me, it would be like a castle in England, or it could be Germany, anywhere in Europe, just a old castle on a hill or in a glen. I don't care where it is, but just old dark wood, lots of old, and I want people in period costumes waiting on me. Okay,
So you want to go to a Renaissance fair,
I do,
basically.
kind of, but in a real old castle, not a fake one. Okay, so then I asked Kelvin, not having told him what I wanted, and I knew it was coming. He said, "Oh, Costa Rica or South America." I'm like, "Really?" I mean,
Does he know you? Has he
doesn't
met you?
know me. And I told him mine. He said, that would be dark and drafty and I'd be cold all the time. I said, but it's about me. It's not about you. And then I remembered the daffodil incident of last Valentine's Day. And I'm wondering what this Valentine's Day will bring.
Tell us what the daffodil incident is.
For our first 27 Valentines, Kelvin always gives me flowers. Okay, he's a flower dude. First 10, 15 years, it was roses, cut flowers. And then he swapped. We finally got a house with a yard, and he swapped to potted plants that he could put in the yard. So every year he would get me a potted plant, and I'd see it for Valentine's Day, and then it would disappear. And he'd sweep it out into some far corner of the yard behind the shed and plant it. So out there in the corner of our yard is the birthday and Valentine garden of mine that I never see because I never go out there.
Yeah.
So last year, he comes in, he's all proud of himself. He's got this beautiful pot of blooming daffodils. And I said, I'm keeping them with me because they're going to die in this pot because I want them wherever I am, right? So they're sitting on my desk, and they're sitting. I take them to work with me at the Welcome Center, and I'm toting this stupid pot everywhere I go to prove a point. And then I go out to work.
So romantic.
It was so romantic. So then he said, they need to be outside and get light or whatever, So he sets them in the driveway. Unbeknownst to me, I backed over them with the car and flattened them and just kept going. And he came home from work, and there's the flattened.
Then he really got the message.
He got the message.
The message
So
was loud and clear.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen this year.
Maybe he's going to present you with tickets to Costa Rica.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But if... so we're talking about your ideal local. So what would you do locally?
Locally. Okay, so Disney fan. Locally, I would have a little bit of a weekend getaway at Disney World. I would stay at the boardwalk because
The boardwalk.
the boardwalk is dreamy to me, so dreamy. And then we just finished the project 7 and 7 with the Dis Unplugged show, and I had to do a lot of the research for the hotels. And one of the room categories at the boardwalk are the honeymoon suites, and they're like their own little separate
World.
like it's kind of like a row of, I want to say, duplexes, and they have their own little fenced-in yard, and it's this.
Oh, the cottages?
Oh,
Yeah.
I just love them. I love them, and I want to stay in one. So that would be, I would want to be there, and plus on the boardwalk, it's a great location. You can go on boat rides, you can walk around the boardwalk, you can make spa appointments, then you can go to the theme parks, which I like as well. Make out sessions in the Haunted Mansion, all that. So I just lost it. Are you serious? Haunted Mansion's like known for being a makeout ride. It's dark and it just sets the stage. So anyway, there it is.
Yeah, for like 8th graders.
Still,
Yeah.
come on.
Got her pigtail on. I guess she's going to the Haunted Mansion.
Well, you asked me locally. That is what I would want to do. I'd want to stay at the boardwalk, be romantic, and make out in the Haunted Mansion. The end.
Dustin.
He's having a hard time getting over this.
I was with you until you went to the Haunted Mansion and tainted my ride. It's just wrong. Okay, well, here's mine. I would drive by Gatorland and drop Calvin off. And then I would go over to the Waldorf and check in to Amazing Suite over there and have a good time.
I love how your romantic destination has
He would have a
nothing to
good
do
time
with
at
your partner.
Gatorland, and I'd be over at,
Maybe what we should do is we should go to Paris and find romantic men, and then we'll both go to Venice. Or no, then you can take your guy to your castle in England.
And then find some alligators.
So you're saying
Something.
just leave Calvin here and
Well,
go
you're
find
leaving
somebody?
him anyway.
I'm not leaving him. I'm just getting rid of him for Valentine's Day. I still need him to do all the romance to me. Okay, seriously. 27 years we've been married. Romance to me is not Valentine's Day. Romance to me is I don't want to say he's taking out the garbage. He's doing the little things that I don't even have to ask anymore.
Yeah.
It just gets done.
No,
Whether
I totally
personal
agree with
or
that.
in the house.
I
It's just
100% agree
and the
with
fact that we can team up against the children and ridicule and laugh at them and have fun at their expense. We did that the other night, and he was just so sexy,
So maybe you should give him the tickets to Costa Rica.
Yeah, he'll go to Costa Rica.
Dustin, are you weighing in here?
I don't necessarily have any experience with that, but I want to say that Disney World is a good option. I mean, beyond the boardwalk, you could, for me, I think once the Polynesian is done, if we're talking about ideals, you could do the bungalow suites. Again, ideal. If you could get a bungalow suite, if you could afford a bungalow suite, if you can wait till they're done, because God knows how long that's going to take. That to me would be ideal to do that. Watch the fireworks on the little hot tub and stuff like that.
That would be romantic.
I am so on board with that idea as well.
It would be. Maybe I could find a little guy on the side to do that with. I don't know.
Oh my!
Luckily, he doesn't.
A little guy?
Doesn't have to be little. Size does matter. Okay, never mind.
Oh! I think we need like a 5-second delay for Teresa here. Okay, well, guys.
Okay.
Last week we asked you
Sorry, Dustin.
to accept our social challenge and tweet to us what your ideal romantic destination was going to be. And we did have a few people respond to that. So we wanted to share a few of these tweets with you. Did you want to go first?
I can't even read at this point. Where's it at?
Right there.
Laura Lee Diane tweeted that her dream date would be to Palo on a Disney cruise.
Right.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I do love Palo.
That's nice.
I
Yeah.
do love Palo.
Palo would be the
And it's
adult,
romantic.
the adult restaurant.
Adult only. There's no children in there, so you're good to go. It's fine. And the food's good.
Yeah, good idea, Lorelai. Also, Jason Noel 99 on Twitter, he tweeted that he would pick the Fiji Islands with huts over the ocean.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would be
In the ocean.
okay.
Yeah, I'd be down with that too.
I think that would be good. A little breeze, a little Gilligan's Island.
It's pretty romantic coming from a guy too. I was impressed.
Yeah, that is. What's Fit Mouse Marcy say? She tweeted she would pick Paris, French bread, food, French bread, French cheese, French fries, ooh la la.
Her hashtag was ooh la la. I loved it.
She's got a French thing going on.
I know. Bitmouse Marcy.
Little
and I
French
are
man.
Like this on that one. Also,
Or big French.
Or maybe French man, doesn't matter.
Natural Blue.
That's all what he does.
Natural Blue 40. I can't.
Okay, I'm going to never be back on the trip again. Okay. Go ahead. I told you this was going to happen today. Okay, go ahead.
Natural Blue 42 tweeted that
Need a tissue.
she wanted to go to the ice, or she or he, whoever it was, decided they wanted to go to the ice hotel in Sweden for a romantic getaway.
Ooh.
That might be up your alley. That
That would be fun.
an ice hotel. That's cold.
Well, I'm sure an ice hotel.
Is that romantic?
It's literally made out of ice. I mean,
I bet it
the
would be
structure
beautiful,
is
though, huh?
yeah, no, it's gorgeous.
I don't think I would have much romance going on in that situation because
Well,
all
you'd have to try to stay warm, though.
which means all the clothes would stay on
No,
like-
no.
in the ice hotel.
All right, moving on.
Wouldn't do it.
What was that one?
Right there. Jen tweeting, I believe
Okay,
is
so
what it says.
Jeff Marines? Is that
No,
what
no.
this is?
Jen tweeting it.
Oh, okay. Thinks that a hammock at the Poly is where she and her husband found true romance and want to get back to that spot.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, that's sweet.
I think so,
That
too.
is very sweet.
So
Oh,
we
tear
have
to my
another
eye.
vote for Polly.
Yeah.
And all it takes is a simple hammock. I love that idea.
No words needed. Okay.
Okay. At Jeff Marines 1 on Twitter tweeted that castles were the way to go for him.
Ooh, this might be my guy.
That's your guy. Bolt Castle and the Castle on Hart Island are
Oh.
ones that he mentioned specifically.
I'll have
Maybe
to look
you
those
should
up.
look into that.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then our
And
last one.
Christina 4109 told us that Catalina Island was the spot for her and her hubby. Oh,
That's
see, the-
off the coast of California.
California, yeah.
Nice. I don't
That's
know anything
cool.
about that, but it sounds great. I
There-
mean, you just
there
say
are sheep.
island.
There are
Sheep.
sheep there.
That's-
Okay. No, I have no comment for that, but okay.
All right. Well, thanks,
Keep
guys,
my
for
mouth shut now. Okay.
sharing with us your romantic ideal getaways. We also realized, though, that not everyone can travel for a romantic getaway, just you and your partner. A lot of us have kids and we don't have the freedom to take trips without them. So we wanted to bring them into the picture here and put a little bit of a twist on this situation, using Valentine's Day as a springboard to get your kids excited about your upcoming family trip. So Teresa bought us all some craft supplies.
Craft items.
And we got our kids together and we sat down for a little bit of craft time to try to see if we could get some hype
It was the
going.
table of sarcasm.
It was. But we had a great time.
We had a good time, yeah. It was fun. We had fun.
And this is what happened. This is what we came up with.
So we have several different things we're going to do. We're going to make goodie bags that you can give out to friends at school. I have little examples. This one actually has candy in it. This is a little goodie bag.
I'll take this one.
Or you can make, Miller, pay attention. You can make little bags for your friends to put your valentines in. Something for you to aim for there. Or we have several different valentines that we can do. We've got the postcard variety, which you can draw your own picture on or use a Disney or Universal type sticker. I've got some amazing SpongeBob things. We've got
Glitter.
stickers. We've got my amazing glitter collection
We got
here.
too much Disney.
Love me some glitter. Okay, so let's start with Valentine's, okay?
The idea, guys, is to make Valentine's themed after your upcoming trip. So,
Can we start?
Universal or Disney or Legos, Miller.
I don't have any Legos.
Start thinking.
You could draw pictures.
What's some of the stuff you got there, Ellie?
That would not turn out. Letters.
You're using letters. What else are you going to be using to make your Valentines?
Here's some
More
fine point
stickers.
markers.
What kind?
I
Still
don't
don't know
know.
what to do.
Something.
Here's something that I did for inspiration. We have our materials, so we've got things like Justice League stickers and Star Wars stickers and SpongeBob Valentines and Mickey things. I actually want to make a Star Wars Valentine. So what I did was I Googled Star Wars Valentine and did an image search. And so it's already giving me ideas that I can imitate to make on my Valentine. So I don't have to really be that creative. I could just have to.
Awesome idea, Jenny Lynn.
Peter Pumpkin
copy
Eater.
it.
Plagiarize.
Oh, good job, Miller.
Good job. It screams Disney, it screams love and Valentine. That's awesome.
Does it make you excited about Disney?
Not really.
Do these children not like Disney? What's that about? Crafts bring families together. Or tear them apart.
There you go.
Oh,
What are you doing, Margot?
it's a little Eeyore with a heart in his mouth.
A heart in your mouth.
Cute.
That's nice.
I think that's adorable.
All right, this is my.
And how are you going to make him say Happy Valentine's Day?
I'm working on it.
Okay. You are so crafty.
I'm just copying off the internet.
Oh,
I could do something like that with like chocolate.
you should glitter
I
that.
should glitter it.
You should glitter it. Put some pink. There's some amazing pink glitter in there.
Awesome.
I know how to draw that.
Yes.
Shaking it like Parmesan.
Shake.
I like Parmesan on my Yoda. Look at there.
You've started something.
I did. It's called fun. Oh my gosh, look at that.
I see.
Wait, oh my gosh, Jenny Lynn. I'm working on a little goodie bag. It's gonna be for Valentine's gifts for my little friends.
I'm working on a Mickey card. The glitter's kind of messy.
Did he just say make glitter?
He has Mickey and glitter. A Mickey and glitter Valentine happening over here.
Okay, we've seen that. Oh, look at this one I made.
Tess made this one. She has her own Snow White Valentine. How sweet. What about you, Stella? What are you working on? She's got a little Mouseketeer Valentine thing happening in the works. That's adorable.
It is. They're one giant eye.
She's winking.
She's winking.
Show us a little bit of what you've made.
Okay. Well, I just finished this, and it's a letter. And it has a Disney pun. and it said, "Valentine, you're doggone perfect." And then there's a Pluto. And it took me a while to draw.
But you did it. Good job, son.
Yeah.
Will you let me be a part of your world? This one.
This one's Ewoks, so still Star Wars. And then on the back, we have our level indoor.
I feel productive. Productive day of Valentine's work.
Have you had a good time, Miller?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't that fun?
It was. We had a little bit of a rough start. The kids were kind of like, what is going on? But they got into it by the end of it.
They did. And how long was it before Miller got the glitter out of his socks and his...
We're still finding glitter all over my house. Ellie ended up being the one who was the most enthusiastic. She continued the Valentine making spree long after our
she
party
wants
was
to get
over.
everybody a Valentine.
Yes.
Whereas middle school and high school, you're narrowing it down to just a few people you want to give a Valentine to.
Exactly. Well, in addition to making Valentines with kids to get them excited for the upcoming trip, another thing that we thought also elicits excitement and can combine the Valentine holiday is for a Valentine gift, get something travel related to help with your upcoming trip. So we had a few suggestions for those of you out there that will be traveling. Did you want to start us off?
Let's see. For kids, a small carry-on bag or rolling suitcase filled with stuff relative to your upcoming trip, a plush toy, an activity book. So a little goodie suitcase.
Yeah, I did that.
Full of all kinds of cool stuff.
I did that for my kids one year. You know, they have those little rolling suitcases that they bring. So you could get them one of those or a tote bag and then just fill it with stuff for them that will get them excited for the trip. So if you're, we are here in Central Florida. So if you're going to one of the theme parks, maybe a plush toy from that theme park, a little activity book, things that they could do if you're taking a car trip, the car ride.
When my kids were little, very small, they each had a tote that would fit at their feet in the back seat, and it was full of, and they didn't get to see it till we got on the road of what was in it, and it was all,
perfect. That's exciting.
wherever we were going, it was related to that.
Right.
So
things like that. I thought maybe, this day and age, things like earbuds or an iTunes gift card so they can get music for the trip. A bathing suit if you're going somewhere tropical, maybe warm slippers if you're going somewhere cold. A camera. My kids love taking pictures of stuff. So, some kind of camera. Once I got one of those little disposable cameras and they could all take their own pictures with them. And then, for those of you out there that are really crafty and like scrapbooking, you can make a little scrapbook ahead of time with the pages ready to go so that when your kids get the pictures from their trip back, they have somewhere that they can keep those and they'll have that scrapbook as a keepsake.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What's the one I put down there next? Read that one.
Teresa suggested for men.
It's for travel.
For men? I'm interested to hear this.
Okay, I Googled Valentine gifts for travel. I Googled this, and this came up.
Specifically for men who like to be prepared is how she...
It's like survivalists, and you're traveling, and you might need this.
Go ahead.
It is a survival rope bracelet.
Huh?
Okay, and it stretches out to 14 feet of paracord for emergency situations. So you always
In
have.
case I need to strangle someone.
You need rope. I think for camping or whatever need you might need rope for. I'm not going anywhere with that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. You might need it to bungee down the trunk of the car or whatever. But you can get this on Amazon.com. I looked it up, and it's really cool. It just looks like a little...
Tie up some hogs at the rodeo.
It just looks like a little bracelet.
Oh.
But it turns into 14 feet of rope, so
Darn.
I think that's kind of interesting.
That's definitely... Well, be prepared. Amazon.com is where you can find that one, folks. Also, you had a great idea for a couple, I thought.
Yes. I also got this off the same place I went for the other one. A splitter, so you can listen to the same music with your earphones. So you'll be listening because a lot of times you're cut off from everybody else. You're listening to your stuff, he's listening to his stuff, and usually it's not the same stuff you like. But if you find a few things you like together, and
Well, that's particularly good for travel. Like if you're on an airplane or something, and you want to watch the same movie or watch the same TV show. Yeah,
so
having a
cool.
splitter is good.
you don't just each have one little earbud. You can
Yeah.
actually have both of them. So
And that's
I
a
thought
very
that was
simple
kinda-
gift, but
Yeah,
still
it is.
extremely practical
Yeah.
and something to get excited about.
And I saw some that were like heart shaped too.
Oh, look at
That's
that.
cool. Yeah.
Romantic and practical.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about, Teresa says, for chocolate lovers?
Yes, and I'm going to butcher the name of this company. Chueo, maybe? Chocolatiers?
CHUAO.
Yes. And I found this in the Orlando airport when I was waiting for a plane last year. And they come in full-size bars, or you can get little tiny, like, 2-bite pieces of chocolate.
Okay.
And the amazing flavors this comes in. And I wrote some of them down. Potato chip, firecracker. The firecracker was like spicy. I think it had Pop Rocks in it. I'm not sure.
Wow.
Wow.
Maple bacon, spicy Maya, popcorn. They have an orange flavor.
I could see orange chocolate, but potato chip chocolate?
It was good.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's salty and chocolate.
It was potato chip with a hint of sea salt. Oh yeah.
Okay.
The maple bacon is my favorite.
Uh-huh.
I haven't tried the spicy Maya yet. That's got cayenne pepper and a little bit of cinnamon in it.
Yeah.
It's a dark chocolate. Some of them are dark
I
chocolate.
bet that would be very
I think
good.
that would be really
You
good.
absolutely have me intrigued.
You can get this online, or you can. I've found it in several airports that we've been in the last year or two. But I know the little kiosks when you're in the terminal in like the Delta line
the
in
next
Orlando.
trip that we take, you'll
Yeah.
have to walk me over to
And Kathy will laugh
Charlotte.
because I always get a bunch of them and stuff them in my bag and eat one
Oh.
before bed every night.
I'm so
No, but it's
interested now.
and you can buy it online too, and they have Valentine's specials too. I noticed too. So
Well, they should chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a chocolate company.
yeah, but it's really good, really good. I think it's
Well,
out of California. I
I
think.
had kind of found a travel gift that you can give to the homebody that doesn't actually get to travel but just dreams of traveling. There's something now that I found that they're doing called travel subscriptions. Have you guys heard of this?
No.
No, is it a magazine?
No, you would think it was a magazine, but it's actually not. There are different things where you can subscribe to these organizations and they will send you boxes of things from around the world every month or every other month. So there was one that I found called Try the World. And every 2 months you get a package of goodies, mainly like food gourmet type items that come from a different part of the world. They pick a new region.
Do you get to pick the region?
No, it's you get the subscription
random.
and they pick it. So for like right now, this if you go to Try the World and you subscribe right now, the destination right now is Venice. And you'll be getting 7 to 10 delicacies from a famous chef, David Rosengarten. And then each thing in the box comes with a card that describes the item that you're getting. And then it also comes with a guide that talks about movies, music, and recipes from that area.
Wow.
I thought that
How
was pretty
expensive
cool.
is this?
Well, they have different levels that you can
It's like
subscribe
fruit of the
to.
month, but
Yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah.
that. So they had different levels. I think the cheapest one was around $35 per box, and that
oh,
comes
that's not bad.
every
It's the
two.
gift that keeps on giving,
yeah,
Clark.
yeah, and that comes every couple months. There was another one that I
That's
saw
kinda
that looked really
interesting.
good called Hazel Lane. And I think this one was a little bit more American centric, where they picked a different city and you would get a box full of surprises every month. The thing that I really liked about this is that they will personalize that box for you. So when you subscribe, you tell them a little bit about yourself. If you are vegan or if you need to be gluten-free or whatever your personal needs are, they take these things into account. And then they pack up your little box and you get surprised with a box every month from a different big city around the world.
Is it something you have to like sign a contract for, or can you do it month to month?
I know with the Hazel Lane, I didn't look as closely with the Try the World one. With Hazel Lane, they allowed you to unsubscribe at any time. So I just thought that was such a neat idea. You know, for those of us
Yeah.
that love traveling and want to travel but don't get to do it as much as we like, what a neat way to experience different parts of the world
And
without
what a
having to go
cool,
anywhere.
the one where it's all over the world, it's not necessarily romantic, right? It's
No.
just because what a cool thing for a classroom to do. To
Oh, yes,
experience different parts of the
definitely.
world, like in geography and stuff. too.
Definitely,
That would be cool.
definitely.
Be
So,
cool. I'll have to
yeah,
mention that one to Kelvin.
I
That'd be
thought
better
that
than a
was-
potted plant.
I thought it was a cool deal.
Yeah.
And then, but speaking of,
Okay, ready
We
for my
have-
big deal this month?
here's the deal.
You ready, Dustin? All right, I'm thinking about Valentine's Day and big deals. So there's one, this one's kind of just a funny one I found. Acme Cleaners in the Orlando area is offering, if you bring in any red item the 14th or the 15th of February, they'll dry clean it for free.
Oh,
One item per person.
I'm gonna have to look through
For one
my
red
closet.
item.
Yeah, take it in. Happy Valentine's Day to myself.
Please dry clean this red scarf. Okay. And then also, Disney has different things that they have that they make little treats during the Valentine's season
Oh, okay.
that I want to tell you about. All right, Magic Kingdom, you can get the chocolate raspberry cupcake at Main Street Bakery, specialty strawberry and chocolate sundae at the Plaza, red velvet waffle sundae with cream cheese icing at Sleepy Hollow, Queen of Hearts cupcake at Cheshire Cafe, red velvet cupcake with cream cheese icing at Be Our Guest. That's the Valentine's special. Strawberry cheesecake at Tony's. Let's see what else we got here.
Those all sound really
They
delicious.
do, don't they? Hollywood Studios, Lady and the Tramp cupcake with red velvet cake and chocolate ganache frosting
Aw,
at
Lady
the
and the
trolley car.
Tramp.
I know. Someday I'm going to recreate that spaghetti scene with Kelvin in the alley behind the house. Wouldn't that be fun?
You have to get to Venice.
I know. I love Lady and the Tramp. Okay. Let's see. That's available at Starring Rolls, ABC Commissary, Pizza Planet. That's all over the place. Epcot, they've got the cherry chocolate cupcakes at Sunshine Seasons. Valentine's at, let's see, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Valentine Day heart-shaped cheesecakes, chocolate-covered strawberries at Mara, heart-shaped puff pastry filled with champagne mousse, and a wild strawberry sauce at Jico.
Wow, those
That sounds
all
good.
sound so rich and awesome.
Other places, Yacht and Beach has got a red velvet cup. I'm not big red velvet, but they're
Oh,
pretty.
I am.
Who is
oh my
not?
gosh,
Do you like it?
I love
Yeah. I
red
can't
velvet. It's
stand
one of my
red
favorite
velvet,
cakes
no.
in the whole wide world.
No, I can live without it. Special Valentine Thunder dessert at Flying Fish. What's the Polly got? Red velvet pancakes at Kona.
Now
Go
that's
enjoy that.
interesting. Now you said it's for the Valentine's season. Does that just mean
I don't know.
Valentine's Day, or
If you're not there that day, you can't get it. Sorry. Contemporary sweetheart pancakes and Valentine themed dessert buffet. Red velvet pancakes, red velvet cupcakes, strawberry chocolate creme brulee, and flourless chocolate cake at the Wave. Double chocolatey specialty cupcakes at Contempo Cafe.
That's fantastic. So
Yeah.
if you happen to be traveling to Walt Disney World
Yeah.
during this time, that's something you can do for a little romance and include the kids as well.
You determined to get the kids in there. aren't
Yeah,
you?
I just can't get rid of my kids. They're all over the place. But actually, that goes into
Waiting for
the
mine to grow
next
up.
the next topic would be date night on a family trip, because like I was saying before, we all take these trips. Some of us don't have the freedom to leave the kids entirely behind, so we got to take them with us. How do you preserve romance or get some special time with your significant other when you have this type of scenario? Well, first of all, I thought we should talk about why is that important. Do you think it's important, Teresa?
Oh, to keep the romance alive?
Yes. Why? I mean,
It
do you
is.
think making
If that's what your
setting
cup of tea is.
do you
yeah.
think it's important to set aside a date night when you're on a family trip?
You know what? I don't know. I could go either way on this. Part of me, old school part of me says, you're on a family trip, keep it family. You'll have time when the kids move out in 30 or 40 years. That's my mother telling me this.
Wow.
Wow, that's a long time to wait.
But no, like I said before, it doesn't necessarily have to be a whole night, a whole date night for me. I mean, it could be, I don't know. I mean, I know it's important. It's a trending thing. People love to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's cool. So,
I always felt like it was important just because we were one of those families where we got one trip a year. That was it. My husband worked all the time, and there was just limited vacation time. So this was it. And but we obviously were going to take the kids and involve them. However, we needed to have time to ourselves as well. So we were actually really careful to set aside one evening where it would just be the two of us. And then, but the problem we had was, what do you do with the kids? How do you make that happen when they're right there and you're on a trip? How do you make that happen? Have you ever, you didn't do anything like that with your trips?
Well, when my kids were real little, we would always have family members with us that could watch the kids.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I hadn't even brought that thought of
Our
that.
first
You bring
couple
grandma
trips,
along.
our first couple trips to Walt Disney World actually involved the grandparents, and it worked out well because, Grandma was more than happy to take the kid. This is before Stella came along. to take care of the kids one evening, and just had two,
Yeah.
and we'd get a little time off. So yeah, it worked well.
Yeah. Well, that's actually a great idea, and I hadn't thought
Because
of
a lot
that.
of families, they are traveling, in packs of families. We were all families coming. So
I think really an important thing to also note is that make sure wherever you're going on your trip, it should be a romantic destination that's still family friendly. That way it serves both purposes once you get there. Something that we always did was, we usually did travel to Disney, and there's a lot of Disney in this episode, but Disney was really great for the reason that they have something called kids clubs, and apparently a lot of other resorts, the luxury resorts have these types of things as well, where you can go and you can drop your kids off at like a babysitter type center where they've got organized activities and crafts and things that they can
keep them happy,
exactly.
safe.
Yeah, keep them happy,
I've done
safe,
that,
occupied for a few hours. We would do that. We would drop our kids off for, a couple hours, and they were always having so much fun. They didn't care what we were doing without them. They didn't want to leave. So it was a win-win situation for us. Now, in instances where that type of program isn't offered, sometimes they have the resort or wherever it is you're staying, the accommodations that you're staying will have a list of approved individuals that can come and serve as a babysitter either in room or whatever it is, people that they've trusted and come highly recommended. And so I would say also, do that. Check with your concierge desk, and if they don't have a program that you can put your kids in for a while, look and see if they know of any individuals that they work with regularly that can just take the kids off your hands for a little bit so you two can get away and
that's a good idea.
be romantic. Yeah. The other thing was...
Be romantic. Is that how it works?
I probably don't know how it works. I'm not even sure why I'm talking about this episode. Also, but I thought traveling off-season was maybe a good idea if you have that option, because once you ditch your kids for a little while, you don't necessarily want to be running into everyone else's at the same time. So...
Oh, okay. I couldn't see where you were going with this.
Yeah.
Off season.
Traveling in the off season, meaning in general, kids are, in school, they're not traveling. So that when you are running around and doing your thing, you're not, you're not surrounded by everyone else's children, even though you've managed to get yours taken care of. Just a little tip.
Making you feel like a horrible parent because you've left your children and
Something like
they've
that.
got their children with them, see?
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that was kind of
Cool.
what I was thinking, and I encourage everyone to do that. Make your trip do dual duty with that. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this week. For those of you that are socially challenged or otherwise, we have an assignment for you. Last week, we asked you to tweet to us with your ideal romantic destination. This week, we want you to post your photos of what you're doing on Valentine's Day.
Keep it clean. Go ahead.
Yes. So it doesn't matter if you're going out by yourself, if you're going out with your kids, if it's just, you and your significant other. We want to see what you're doing and where you're doing it. Wow. That
See what you're doing.
again.
Let's
I'm gonna
wrap
take
it
a
up.
picture of me
Right,
backing over the
exactly.
plant. Okay.
So, I'm sorry, trying to recover. If you could post those on Instagram for us, we'd love for you to tag us in your photos so that we can see what they are. And don't forget our hashtag for the month, Love the Trip.
Hashtag love the trip, right?
Yep, we're on Instagram at DizTheTrip.
All right, next week, a bit more fun, right? A lot more. We're still in the month of love, so yeah, endure it while you can. It's hard. I know it's hard. Disney, what we got? Disney lovers in particular discuss romance at home, Disney style.
We talked with Disney a lot,
Ooh.
but next week is really, really going to be for
We're
the
gonna
Disney fans out there.
I'm not going to have to edit video of that, am I?
Yes,
No.
me and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, we're talking about
Good
romance
Lord,
at
no.
home, Disney style for the Disney fan that can't be at
Jenny
Disney.
Land, I don't know. Okay, well.
It's
We'll
going to
see
be
how
a
that
thing.
goes
It's
over.
a thing, people. I promise.
All right. Let's just end this now before I've had to put tape over my mouth. So until next week.
Trip out.
Okay, we're here to make valentines for your little friends at school. Or hate mail. No, take that out. Take that out. The recording.
Oh, if it's got the red dot, is it recording or is
Yes,
it
it is.
Oh, Ellie,
Okay,
I
you
didn't
go
do
do
it right then.
Mom, that's recording 101. The red dot equals recording.
Note to self, Stella, never come back over here again. There's some freaks living in this house.